Well, hello traders, this is Ken Calhoun. This is for our online course members, and I wanted to give you an example of how to manage open positions that are in the money. Here's a look at HLCS. You can see that it does meet my criteria of being at least 10-cent spread and over $10 net profit. So what I'm going to do is trail a stop on this. This is a live actual trade right under the current inside market at needs about 54 cents. So I'm going to lock in most of that $18. If it drops a dime, it may be just net $11. Okay. Added a few shares to see if it continues on up. And this way, it's a good example of a momentum doubler play where I'm adding to a winning breakout. And if it continues on up, great. This P&L will grow. And if not, if it rolls over and goes south, if it sells off here, here's the tape. Try and get everything here in screen for you so you can see. So I'm in 70 shares from 238, which is right about here. You can see it's all the way up to 265 now, or 263, the inside bid. And I'm trailing a stop at just about 9 cents out of market. So I'm giving it about 9 cents of wiggle room in case it rolls over and goes south, but then regains its upward momentum. Now, if this number had been large, if it was, say, over $50 or $60, over $100 or whatever, then I would be tightening the trailing stop up to, say, 262 or 263. But since it's only, 10, 20 bucks in the money, I want to give it a little more space to breathe, a little more room to move. Okay, so one of the things I want to cover for you in today's video, recorded here live on August 31st, 2009, is, in addition to that, strategies for how to trail stops on open winning positions, how to scale in, and how to manage entries and exits. The main thing that I want you to get out of the video today is primarily how to trail stops on open winning positions and where that might occur using time and sales. And I think what I'll do is I'll keep the tape here so you can see what's going on live as I'm recording this for you. Now, as you can see, this stock is in fact continuing to go on up just a bit here. And if you look at this is my actual brokerage workstation screencap, you can see some of the positions I'm in that are most green. Again, I like to sort this, click on this where it says unrealized P&L. These are all open positions, and manage it accordingly. So, since I have enough spread here, that tells me I should do what? Buy more. In fact, I think I'll buy 80. That puts me in 150. I'm going to trail a stop on 140 now at, needs to be over 258, so let's use 262. That way the open 21 bucks worth of profit is subsidizing my shot at the stock, and if it continues on up, great, and if it pulls back and stops me out, I'll still make some money. Hopefully it won't drop all the way back down to the 62, but if so, I still make a bit of money. Looks like it is, in fact, going to drop here. Let's look at the tape as it's moving. Nothing like real trading. It's very exciting. And the key is, you repeat this over and over again. Now, I'm using IB, which only has $1 per side commission, so this can really add up when you're making a lot of trades in and out on a regular basis. And again, if I'm making 15, 20 bucks even per trade, and I'm doing this dozens of times a day net, then that's great, and I'm doing well. Now, one thing that I wanted to bring to your attention too that really helps is to have this advanced chart. You can see my stop is at 62 cents, and we're currently at 67 in market, so we'll see where that goes. If it stops me out, so be it. I'll still be in long. I think I left 10 shares open as kind of a tracking mechanism, so that if it does drop down here and come back up later over new highs later in the day or in a future session, then I'll get back in. And if not, then fine, I'll just be in 10 shares, some smaller shares, and we'll see where it goes. Now, one of the things too, in fact, it's only 10 shares of a $20 stock I'm keeping open, so I'll only be in 20 or whatever, 260. I think I'm going to tighten that up, 145. So, if it stops me out at 262, then I will, hold open just 5 shares. And again, the reason for that is a tracking mechanism. 5 shares of a $3 stock is all of $15 worth of stocks. I don't mind if this P&L or the total market value drops back down to just $18, $20. And that's one of the keys to my strategies. I like to trail open stops that are tight enough to lock in a decent gain and capitalize on any future move if it does move up. It looks like it is starting to gain legs again and get legs again to move up. We'll see. It's already moved up quite a bit so far today. What is this? HLCS. And if you look at the percent gain from open, this stock has moved up 75%. Okay. Now, how do I find these? Well, I had no idea, this morning that this thing was going to go from 160 to 260. I was already in small shares, and as it made this first leg of the breakout, I was able to capture a move and then scale back in as it continues on up in my favor. So I'm going to tighten in the trailing stop on that to 265. I'm going to keep it relatively tight. If it continues on up, great. I'll scale up further. If it drops back and moves against me, then it'll stop me out and I'll still be in the money. So that's how I trade. Now let's take a look here. I want to find some other examples for you while we're waiting for this one to do its thing. We will come back later. Let's take a look. Actually, this one's exciting. I want to make some money, so pardon me while I make a live trade here. Let's see. I'm going to put in just another, what am I going to do, 60 shares. So now I'm in 210, and I'm going to trail the stop for 200 shares at about 269. So I'm going to give it about 10 cents under the current trading range. And if it continues on up, great. Let's tighten that into 274 now. And again, I do all this manually. That's how I trade. I look at the tape. I'm looking at what this pattern's doing. I look at my open P&L and the trading range. And if this thing rolls over and goes south all of a sudden, which it will at some point, just like it did the last 3 times, that's fine. I'll still catch a winning trade if it drops down against me. So I got 6 cents out of market on this. I'm giving it to shake and bake. If it rolls back 6 cents, it's not going to stop me out. If it takes out my stop at 274, I'm in from 264 and a couple hundred shares. So yeah, it looks like it's continuing on up. Well, that's great. What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to double down again. Let me add another 200 shares. I'm now in 410 shares. I'm going to tighten this up. To 81 cents. That's a quick tip too. Now, it may roll over. I might have bought the top with that last couple hundred shares, and that's okay because I'm still in the money. Now, you could see here that it is 81 cents, or 281 here, 83. Now, that's softening up, so that may drop and take me out. And if so, fine. I just made some money with this. And I'll still have 10 shares open to keep track of it on a future breakout, which it may make, if not later today, at some future time. Now, it looks like it's not. Sometimes you'll see that. In that particular case, it didn't stop me out, though it was supposed to. So I like to manually exit if needed. Now I'm in 10 shares, and we'll keep track of it for a future breakout.